Stressful times definitely call for desperate measures, and since my daughter Haley has been going through a lot, with her senior year really kind of being a little bit messed up, I decided to do something really fun for her. Her favorite flavors are lavender and chocolate, and I thought, well, if there are two things that can help her relax, it will be lavender and chocolate. So I've decided today to make her a chocolate cake with lavender icing and her favorite lavender lattes. And I'll give you all the recipes below so that you can follow along and make it as well. So let's jump in. I went ahead and baked these cakes the night before, and that's a good little trick. If you don't necessarily have the time to do everything at once, you can bake the cake the night before and just throw a quick little drizzle on it. She really doesn't like a lot of icing, which is why I'm gonna do something really simple because I want her to really enjoy this. So let me grab a couple ingredients and we can get started. The ingredients for this are so simple. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cup of the powdered sugar. And I really don't measure this very specifically. I just take a little bit of that powdered sugar. The key ingredient for today is definitely the Monin lavender syrup. I absolutely love this syrup. It has the most amazing history. The man that started this company, his name was George Monin, and he was a French man, and he was a French gentleman who absolutely loved to entertain. And one day he went to make a cocktail and he felt so dissatisfied with the syrups that they had, so he decided to make his own. Now, over 100 years later, they are the most amazing syrups still, and they have all these different flavors. So if you aren't a fan of lavender, you could also do the vanilla or the caramel, or there's so many flavors. You can choose any of them. But I'm just gonna add a little drizzle in here. That's probably about a tablespoon. And I've got a little bit of milk in here, and just want it to make it so that we can actually just drizzle this. And then I just grab a fork and just mix it up really good. If you prefer that it have a little bit stronger lavender taste, you could always add just a little bit more lavender syrup and a little less milk. Just play with the consistency and the taste until it tastes just the way that you want it to. I'm just gonna take it and drizzle it over the top. Just kind of down the center and let it kind of go out over the sides. It looks beautiful just like this, but I'm gonna go out to the garden and get some fresh lavender to garnish it with. My lavender is in full bloom and it's gorgeous, so I'll be right back. I got this beautiful little mini bouquet of lavender from the garden, and this is not the type that you would generally eat or if you wanted to bake with it. That's an English lavender, and I've actually got that on order right now from the nursery, and I'm waiting for them to tell me that it's ready for me to come and do a curbside pickup. I think I'll just clip a little bit of this off and create a really pretty garnish for the cake. And yeah, and I've got that second one. I need to decide. This recipe makes 2 cakes, so I could take this one and freeze it and have it for another day, or I was thinking about maybe making an extra one of these and taking it to a neighbor. That would be nice, don't you think? I like to make the lavender latte in a really pretty pitcher that is big enough for sharing. So I'm gonna take the lavender syrup again, and I'm gonna pour about a teaspoon and a half in there. And I absolutely love my Nespresso machine because it does all the work for you. It's incredible, and it really does create restaurant quality, cafe style drinks for you. And all you do is open the little hatch, put your little pot in there and close it. And then it has the setting on here for a cafe latte. So I just push start and off it goes. Next, I add about a half cup of milk into the little pitcher, and it even steams the milk, just like you would get in a cafe. So it really is an amazing machine. I would say this is the best money I've ever spent in my kitchen. If I had to choose between this and my oven, I would absolutely choose my coffee machine. Just before I add the milk, I like to give the little espresso and lavender a little stir. Then we just pour the milk right into the pitcher. And apparently, if you kind of pour it towards the side rather than just kind of dumping it in the middle, it keeps all of that foaminess in there that you probably like from the drinks that you've been getting at your favorite cafes. So just pour a little bit slower, and if you're super artistic, you can make a little design on the top, but I'm not quite there yet. Of course, nothing is complete until you have served it on a pretty platter. I'm gonna grab one of these guys out. Got this silver tray that was a gift from my godmother, and I just love to be able to serve my coffee on here, and I can add a little extra milk on here and a couple little plates. And let's see, I think Haley will like, oh, I forgot about these. Oh, I've got these beautiful vintage cups that I actually bought while we were in Europe, but you could definitely find something similar in your area. I think everything tastes better in a beautiful cup. So I've got these vintage ones that I found in a flea market in Europe, and I just love using them. But you can use any cup that you have that you really love. Look, even the inside has that beautiful little flower. Isn't that just gorgeous? Of course, no recipe would be complete if I didn't share it with you. So we're gonna stage a little Instagram photo before we get to eat this and before I surprise Haley. So I'm gonna take a quick photo and then I'll get her down here and surprise her. So fun. A really cute cloth added to a photo definitely adds some really great texture. And I love to throw down little bits of the flowers or maybe the leaves of something that I'm playing with. We just really want to add a lot of texture to the photo. I also love to really play with my dishes and bring out things that really kind of mix and match and add color and texture to the photo. It's always fun to just see what you have and play around with it until it looks just right. I also noticed that my glass cake plate really didn't feel very jazzy, so I switched it out with this really cute metal vintage one. Isn't that so much better that way? Look at all that beautiful detail on this vintage silverware. I just think that every little detail makes it special, so definitely look in your vintage shops for your silver, but you might even have some from your grandmother that's sitting in your stash, and it's perfect for this. Happen to notice that there's too much light on the objects that you're trying to take a photo of, think about hanging a little cloth in the window. This was kind of an epic fail. It didn't stay up there, but I did manage to get it back up there when I needed it. The other thing that I like to do is to add maybe a little dusting of powdered sugar, because it just adds this layer of messiness to the photo that really just draws the viewer in and makes it feel more interesting. When I take photos with my phone, I like to really get in there and take photos from above, down low, I go left, right. I really just get all around the things that I'm trying to take a photo of. And if you need to, you can put the cloth back up and diffuse the light a little bit. But again, it's just about having something that really reminds you of this sweet moment and not about perfection. So just play with it and have fun and enjoy the process. I really love to serve cake with a little scoop of ice cream, so I'm gonna add that in. Now that I'm sure that I have these photos, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ice cream in and see what I end up with. Sometimes having a little cut slice or just some more movement in the photo really makes it special and makes it extra yummy looking. Oh, hi. Hi, Mom. How are you?
I'm good.
Look what I made for you. I made you a lavender chocolate cake and with ice cream and a lavender latte because I know these are your favorites.
Thank you.
Maybe we could go find a spot. It's raining outside. Maybe we could go sit on the couch and just enjoy a little bit together?
Yes.
You take that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you gotta get a picture. Help me take a picture for Instagram first. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay, just stand over there, my camera. The Instagram-worthy piece of cake. This is a lethal choice. Should we have invited the boys to come in?
I just want to eat it myself.
The whole thing?
The entire cake.
Well, all my cake is gone, and this was an amazing little time for us. I think Haley absolutely loved it. She's so cute. She gets so shy when we turn the camera on. I just love this girl. She's so sweet, and she's been so amazing handling everything that's going on around her, and I just think it was really fun to treat her. And I think we should do that for ourselves too. Treat yourselves to something that will make the day feel a little bit special. The lavender in these recipes will help you feel relaxed, and not only will that chocolate have all those great health benefits, but let's just face it, it is so yummy. I will leave all the details down below in the show notes so that you can find the recipe and make it yourself. I know you'll absolutely love it. And as always, we love having you here in our home. It's so wonderful, and we hope that you'll hit subscribe if you haven't already. Give our video a thumbs up and share it with anybody who's been stressed out lately and may need a little treat. And don't forget, visit us at Instagram if you want more recipes and ideas for the home. We're always decorating something, and we love to be able to share that with you. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one. We'll see you then. Bye.